Why can't we just pause and press rewind? When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo.
All right, we're live? Yep. Hello, we are back.
They're doing something fancy.
Oh, they're doing a top invade? Yeah, give me 1 second. Having some technical difficulties. Give us a minute, hopefully.
What?
Things are breaking, that's why it's taking. Okay, we are back once more. Again, technical issues, apologies. This is fortunate. Looks like we got an interesting little top invade from Trine here. Trying to kill the Mordekaiser first. I don't think they'll be able to though. No. Do they have? Yeah, I don't have any long range stuns level 1 unless Ari picks Charm, and that pretty much just messes up her lane. So she probably shouldn't do that. We got a ward in their bottom jungle though.
Minions have spawned.
So we'll know at least his timings. We also warded our top jungle, so they're expecting an invade. Nothing else interesting. So, yeah, interesting. Usually there's a bit more of a. Wait, what? No, Sejuani's got the support item though. But oh, look top. They're bush stacking for the Mordekaiser kill. Be my guess at least. What? No. They're doing like a reverse lane. This is like Dota, where they have the safe lane and the off lane. Yeah, he's dead here, I think. Oh, he's flash and ignites to use though. But why? What?
This is gonna confuse me all game.
Yeah, me too. Like I don't know. I've never seen this before in a league game. It's always like I don't think I've ever seen something like this ever. Oh, we're gonna smoke Ornn. Like we are gonna push this tower hard. So I don't know why. Do they just not care about their Ornn? Like what's the point of this? I would love to hear their like line of thinking as to why they're doing this. It's a jungler. Did he start bottom or did he start top? So he's looking to. He started top, but he's going for Mordekaiser. He's like, see, they're obviously trying to pressure this Mordekaiser because the jungler's heading that way. So what's the purpose of this? We got an Ahri gank down. I don't think they should be able to kill the Mordekaiser if he doesn't have. He used flash earlier. I don't think he has grasp right now. He just used his shield. He missed the Q. He's definitely dead here. But they committed 3 heroes for this against a Mordekaiser, while their Ornn's probably getting smoked. Yeah. This feels like such an overcommittal from Trine. Like, why do they hate this Mordekaiser so much? Is it the Mordekaiser they fear, or are they just trying to get this Nihilist super duper fed early game? Like, they've already lost a plate bot. And this Kai'Sa, like, once you get decent levels, you're going to be able to smoke this Ornn because you have the % health magic damage. And, of course, you're ranged. And he just completely whiffs that, so he's going to take a quarter of his HP now. Okay, they're switching now. Maybe they just wanted the initial kill? Because Nyla said you're heading bot now. Yeah. Flash from Ahri, but flash from aggression. And it is no kill. Flash trade, though. Probably not as good for us, so losing the flash on the jungler is rough, but it is Kayn, so not that bad. So they're switching back to their normal lanes, but what is the purpose of this? They just want to give Ornn a better start, maybe? I guess? I don't know. Is this some like bronze level strat that they're trying? It's so genius we just don't understand it. No, the Ornn didn't do crazy. The Nyla does have 300 more gold than the Kai'Sa, but I don't think it's really going to amount to too much just yet. I mean, yeah, this is good. They're getting a free dragon. I mean, they haven't lost too much though yet. If they stayed top, then it was going to be way worse for them. But their rotation of the lanes again probably saved their butts. If they stayed top, then they would have lost more plates. So now I guess we just play up chill lanes for the most part now. Mostly just gonna be dependent on the junglers for starting things again. So we don't have any ults yet. We just killed Dragon. Looks like we are going for Leona, which is not the smartest thing in the world. Kane is leaning towards bot side right now. Which I think they can kill the Sejuani if she does not have her charger, but she just used it. So if she plays a little more aggressive now, they might be able to pull it off if he wants to stay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, we got Wukong going top again. Probably gonna go for the Mordekaiser after he finishes his full clear. No, he's gonna go back. Okay, so ults, Mordekaiser and Ornn. Got someone Ari hooked as well. Jungler's going back to full clearing. Dragging that for another 330. Rifties are down. Or Scuttle's not Rifties, Rifty. When is Rift's Herald up? I can't remember the first timing. Was it 15 minutes?
What is it?
When is Rift Herald for first Rift Herald up? I'll tell you in a second. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it's 15 for Baron. I can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest. I'm a support main. I don't go that side of the map usually, necessarily.
First Baron shows after 20.
Okay, the first Baron shows up for 20, then it's got to be around 8 to 10, I'd say. Because you can get 3, I believe, maximum. It's a 4-minute respawn, so it actually should be 8 then. Because you do get, I think you get an extra 20 seconds if you engage Rift Herald before Baron. Just because otherwise it kills it and it sucks. And you completely waste time. Okay, Kane mid might be going for the Ahri here, or he's just going to try and make Raptors, which are already taken. We have the lane swap again, I should mention. We have the Ornn bot with the Sejuani and the Nyla top. So, again, they're swapping lanes for some reason. I think, honestly, it might just be a confusion tactic. Because it really isn't affecting them too much. But at the same time, it's not really doing anything. And they are wasting time doing so. And we are getting Rift Mailed here. Not for free though, there. And we did steal it though. Ults are coming out. Coming spins 3. Mordekaiser's back now. We got Ruth wrong. Leona's low. Aggression's dead. We did kill the Nyla, which is really big. She's most definitely the primary target. She did not use Flash though. And they are definitely going to kill the Ahri. So that's a 3-for-1 trade. While it is our jungler, we did kill the Nyla. Slowing her down as much as possible is good. However, she does have 2 kills at this point, which is not a great sign. But I think she won't be that crazy of a problem late game, I don't believe. We don't really have that much heal and shielding for her to amplify, to her to become really unkillable. She's already unkillable mostly when she gets like Bloodthirster late game. But for now, I think it's probably fine. We do have plenty of nuke damage with the Quirky Kaisa, and we do have the lockdown from Link. So I don't think she... So long as you keep her from getting snowballed, then we should be fine, theoretically. I haven't played against Nyla much when they actually know what they're doing. Because unfortunately, I am a scrub lord who does not play in high rank, so seeing actually smart people play these difficult heroes is very rare. Especially with how recent they are. Not time for people to learn. And that is only 150 gold ahead from the Kaisa. Yeah, can you go back to the gold? I want to see the mid lanes. Okay, we are doing very good mid lane. 500 ahead. And then we're about to get bot tower this early, which is huge. So their little rotations have been definitely lost on their bot tower, which pretty much guarantees them at least dragging here in a second. if they aren't all here. And Rifty might get a second charge here as well. There's no way. Okay. But we are going to get a fairly safe dragon here. They're all backing out. Nyla and Sejuani are still top, which is a lot of their team play. Horn does not have all either. So 1-for-1 dragon, and we got the Ocean Dragon. Ocean Dragon is certainly interesting. There's no Rengar though. Okay, that doesn't do anything though. What's the point? Because he can just do that. Oh? They are really desperate for this Corki kill. If TC gets in, then she's probably gonna get a double kill. But yeah, they got out in time. However, that was Flash Ignite, double ult from them. And while we did lose the Corki Flash, I don't think that's the end of the world. They did need to slow him down though. He was getting pretty far ahead. He's already got the Mana Moon. So if he gets that stacked as well as, I don't remember what he goes next. I think it's the Mythic. But then he really starts hitting hard. 2-mana power spike is pretty big for him.
Stop it. What is this?
So we're just pressuring mid tower now after taking the bot. Or is still just hanging out down there. How's Mordekaiser doing? He just chilling up there, looks like. Yeah, he's after that interesting little start, he seems to be doing just fine for himself. Not much going on here. Looks like he's about to take the Scuttler. Where is Arcane? Arcane is currently on fields. We have two. She might be dead. No, they're not going to engage here. Just walk away. But we do engage on Ari, and she is very easily dead. Kaisa currently has a Kraken Slayer already, as well as the attack speed boots. With the Leon in lockdown, it's pretty easy kill this point in the game against squishies. Which is... Actually, I don't know how squishy is Wukong at this point. I think you usually need to get at least 2 items before you're really kind of unkillable. Then, did they just nerf Wukong's stankiness? I'm pretty sure they did. And they are currently going back to the Nyla Sejuani top. They almost have the top tower down. But... again, they've already lost their bot tower. However, we're not really playing towards this bot at all. Like, they have lost their tower, but we're not really pushing their bot jungle whatsoever. I feel like we really should, especially considering their bot lane is top. So they have 2 people at top a lot more than they have at bottom. So you only have the Ornn, the Wukong, and possibly the Ahri nearby when you have your Kaisa and your Leona nearby, as well as your Corki. And Kayn has plenty of escapability himself, so if he does get caught out, he can just run through the walls, because they do not have too much lockdown. As long as he doesn't get caught, of course. They did finally take the tower. Dragon middle 30. They catch out Kayn. He's going on the Ahri again. Good ult from Leona for the heal. Kayn flashes away. Nyla ult pulls in 2. Leona's gonna die here in a second. Charm. Kaisa is getting stunned and has his flash out. Mordekaiser is here. He might be able to clean up if he ults the Ahri. She's currently health and pretty much guaranteed dead. The Wukong and the Sejuani are able to get out free, so it is a 1-for-1. Now we lost support while they lost their mid, so it is a fortunate trade for us. Not fortunate, why is it? And we are gonna get mid tower out of this possibly. No, he's gonna Ornn ult and miss. Yeah, that makes sense. Just to clear the wave. Is that us pinging or them? I think it's, yeah, it's them. So they are going to ping the Rift Herald. Probably going to try and ward for that. Okay, they have a TP coming out towards the ward top. Probably going to try and get a pick from this Mordekaiser. He does not have ult, so he does not have the self sort of peel. The tower is also low, so they can pretty easily die to him if they just kill that. But they're gonna ignore him and just try and go for the sneaky play. Now it looks like we are not going to notice at all. So they are going to get Rifty for free. They're probably going to take this top and go for a tier 2. However, Dragon is up, so we are going to get second Dragon. I'm curious just as to what we do after this. I'm guessing we're going to head top. But we could also split push. I don't think it's a smart mistake. Do we have more Kaiser? Oh, no. Cookie is nearby, and he does have package. So he can nuke. Here comes the Leona. They have a control ward there, so they do see everyone coming in. Only got one charge off, and they did not get the tier 2. I think they're all going to back out. Kane is soloing the dragon. Ornn is coming, but Kane gets it before Ornn can get there. Looks like we're probably going to be going for this mid tier 1. Kane goes on the Ornn. The Quirky just package, get over the wall. Looks like they're trying to keep going for him. Why would you go there? Ornn ult. Oh, he used the pull him in. Okay, that was a pretty good bait there. And they are going to use the Nyla ult to secure the Kane, which is a bit unnecessary. But it's Nyla ult, it's not that crazy. We are currently at a 3v4 mid. Kaisa is not backing out. Sejuani did use her ult. They have no ults whatsoever. However, we only have Mordekaiser. If they play too aggressive, they might just be able to Mordekaiser pulse priority target in and try and kill under tower. But it looks like they're going to back out in time. And we're just going back to farming. Nyla's sticking around Dragon, Ornn going back bot. Kane did go Ross, I forgot to point that out. So we are going for a more self-healing, more tanky, which we already have one bruiser and one tank, so another one isn't that crazy, but you can still do good damage. Not much going on now, just farming. Ornn might be invading here. I don't know what he's doing. He's playing rather aggressive for not having a tier 2 or tier 1 bot. And we do have a control ward there. Oh, he's going for Scuttle. Aggression? No, he doesn't. Okay. Yeah, he did not get that. But now he's just probably going to poke the Ornn a bit. I don't think they can kill unless he gets some CC off for the Kaisa to charge. And he's going to go very deep for this. I think that, yeah, the best thing you can do is back out right now. I feel like half their strategy is just have Ornn tank and just run back. And just bait, as they did last time. Okay, they are going to catch up the Nyla. She should be dead here if they can get the Nyla Q. I think it's a dodge from the... Actually, does the dodge the stun from the Leona stun? Okay, so the Nyla dodge, when you get right-clicked by Leona's, stun, right?
It doesn't dodge it, but if she gets hit by it.
So it still stuns, but you don't take the damage? Okay, so there you do not get stunned. Okay, because if so, that's really good against Leona. Because if you get hit, if you don't get good timing for the ultimate, then you can just dodge out of that and walk away. I mean, you could, if you manage to get in, you could Zenith Blade to get the root off first, but that only is half a second. So unless you have some other follow-up CC, then it will not be guaranteed. Looks like they are going to go for a tier 2, but we have several rotations. TC goes in. Looks like we're going on Sejuani. She is going down. Nyla ult on 3. We do get the Sejuani. There's Leona ult. Looks like they're just going to get poked down. Overwhelmed by sheer numbers. There goes the Wukong. And we're all at decent health. We might be going for this Ahri there. TC is warding. And she does get hit by the Ahri. Not enough damage though. Still too tanky at this point in the game. Looks like we're going to try and pressure this tier 2 a little bit, but mostly going to try and get this Ari. When we do, hope we get the kill, that's good. Poking down Horn, that's ult. Should be a guarantee there, yep. However, oh, he flashed to get out though. The ult was a bit sus, but it could have worked. Yeah, it was a pretty good ult. If they didn't have flash, that would have worked. And they really needed that kill. It's 550 gold bounty with a Kai'Sa who hasn't died yet. That would be huge for them right now. Because currently, right now, they really need to kill one of these major threats, that being the Mordekaiser, the Kai'Sa, or the Corki. Most of the Kai'Sa, though, so they said the 550 gold bounty would be really big for them, especially if they could get that on a big carry. Teleport in, I'm guessing, from the Ari, which is already on their way there, but they're going on the Leona, which makes sense. With the ult, Sejuani. Sejuani does not have ult. Neither does Ornn. They do not have like the two really big teamfight ults, unless they group up for the Nyla and the Wukong, which I don't think they really need to group up too much. They also have a lot of mobility to move around in team fights with the Corki and the Rost. Who's Kane? Sorry. I gotta remember, people don't always know things. But we are gonna go for Dragon here, and that is third Dragon if they do not contest. That is trying to kill. I love the kill. I love the little blast cone play. Just going back there, just hit the blast cone. I love doing that. Are they gonna go for Baron? Like, there's no way. That'd be the stupidest thing in the world. But remember, these are the guys who did Nyla Sejuani top to start, rotated bot, and then rotated back to top. Yeah, that is indeed a lot of walking. So it really doesn't make much sense. They have been playing everything else fairly normal though. So I can understand the crazy strategy if it's continued to see something crazy and out of the norm, but it really hasn't resulted in anything of value. So it just seems kind of like a waste. Well, we're just pretty much playing a normal game and getting ahead just fine. The only thing that really hasn't been going great is the Kane has not been doing fantastic, but he's still doing just fine. He's got farm, he's got items. He hasn't been doing like successful ganks, but he's still staying on par with everyone else. So he's doing good for a couple failed ganks. The Wukong hasn't been doing great though either as well. At the same time, we have, you know, the Corki, the Kai'Sa, and the Mordekaiser all doing really good. Oof. 1,300 gold above the Nyla, the Kai'Sa. Holy crap, this poor Ari. Oh, they're gonna go on the Leona. They are really desperate for a kill. They will get it. They have enough damage. They have 3 there. But how much did they just use to kill a Leona? Sejuani and Wukong for a Leona. I mean, they did use the locket, but I don't think that matters as much. You really needed to kill one of these bounty kills. Like, Kai'Sa currently has Kraken Slayer, Phantom Dancer, and a BF Sword, Serrated Dirk. She also has a pickaxe as well. So she hits really hard. She also has a mixed magic damage, so you can't really build too well against her. Or an ult. Interesting. Does hit the Kai'Sa, though. Sejuani does not get the dash, though, so there will be no follow-up. Flash out from Sejuani. Ornn has to go back out. Flash out from the Ornn. Looks like the Kane and the Mordekaiser are just going to run them down. Plenty of there. There's the package for Corki. Nyla ult and heal. Get the charm on the Corki as well, able to kill him. The Wukong is going to get killed backline by the Mordekaiser. And the Ari is playing very greedy. And she will die for her sins. And that is a team wipe for ONU. And now we get free Baron. We can also get Dragon in 2 minutes as well. If we get that, that's gonna be probably game. We are currently 5k ahead. We're about to get Baron. We should get the top. We should get the top tier 1 for sure, certainly, and hopefully the mid tier 2. Actually, we already did get the mid tier 2, huh? Mark hasn't got it. Okay, so then we just back out. Probably try and kill this top tier 1 and tier 2, preferably. That'll be my guess as to what they do. But right now, Mordekaiser's just gonna farm their jungle. backing out. They're picking the Grom. I wonder why. You're just gonna leave the Grom there, man? Poor guy. There we go. And now he's getting shot with a machine gun. Unfortunate for him. Okay, looks like we're having a group up mid. Dragon is in a minute. So kills right now, or at least ults used right now, could affect if they are not level 16 yet to get the reduced cooldown. So I don't think it'll be up if they get most ults down, unless we take forever to kill Dragon, which I don't think we do with Corki Kai'Sa. I don't think they take too quickly, though. I don't know how much Nyla does for right clicks in general, though. Like, yeah, it's good, but she's more like a sustain kind of carry. Again, I don't see much of her, though. I guess not, though. So we get the Scuttle. We are playing aggressive now, probably trying to get a pick before this Dragon. So we got another 30 seconds for it. Warning along the edges. Now we do have the Ornn and the Mordekaiser top. Do we have a TP for Mordekaiser? We do. However, Ornn has it as well. Okay, we are backing out a little bit. They're, I don't know. Looks like they're just grouping up a bit now. They still have the Arya who's pretty far away, so if we go on them now, then we have a bit of an advantage for a moment. And we do get their top tier 1, while the Mordekaiser is up there with the Ornn. The Dragon is up now, but it seems like we're going to try and still go for a pick before we start engaging. Okay, they are going to go, Trine's going to go wrap around bot below the Dragon Pit. We have the TP in from the Ornn top, though. Managed to catch out, who's that? Oh, they killed the Corki. They get a triple ult. That's huge. They're going to completely wipe ONU, it looks like, here. The teamfight ult coming in clutch here. However, Mordekaiser is really strong right now, as is the Kayn. So even though they had some really good ults, it really doesn't matter particularly much. It's a bit too late. Mordekaiser and Kayn are able to out-heal everything. 3-item Mordekaiser, that is brutal. And he has the Merc boots, so they can't even CC him down easily. Oh, he's 100% dead. Yeah, and then the Kayn... Okay, so that went pretty much perfectly for them, yet they still didn't win. I'm going to say it's probably GG for them, unless they have some really big power spikes coming here soon. Because I really thought we were going to lose that fight. Like I said, they got the double ult from the Ornn and the Wukong. So we were CC'd like crazy. They killed the Corki almost immediately. And he doesn't have any defensive items whatsoever. So once he does build defensive items, they're probably going to have more trouble killing him. We have a redemption on Leona, so they do have that AoE ult, the AoE heal and damage. So that'll help them survive if they do get caught out a little bit. Okay, the Nyla is catching up a little bit to the Kai'Sa. However, the Ahri is not having a very fun game, nor is this Ornn. Yeah, the junglers are still pretty even. And then the Sejuani is a little bit far behind from the Leona, but supports are usually just with their team, so if their team's behind, they are behind. But if their team's ahead, they're ahead, mostly from the assist gold. That's more dependent on the allies than it is them. They're kind of linked together. Rarely do you see a support who's super crazy in this kind of this sort of play. You rarely see like a Swain who goes 11-3 or something like that. They are gonna go for the bottom tier 2. We are not going to contest. Ornn is top. We do have Wukong. Actually, no, they have him. I forgot. Alright, whatever. Anyways, they have 2 tops, so they're just going to completely lose their tier 2 for nothing. Mordekaiser looks like is still going to push top. Well, looks like we might try and go for this inhib bot here. Mordekaiser is still keeping the Ornn busy. They do not have teleports just yet. I think this is for the better overall, because we have a really good team fight without the Mordekaiser, but they do not have a very good team fight without the Ornn. They really rely on that Ornn to engage if they do not have Sejuani, who is behind and very squishy. So if she engages, she dies, and then we can just steamroll them. If we weren't as far ahead, that would have been it. Okay, they do get a mid-tier 2 from the Wukong. However, they do lose a bot inhib, and looks like we're going for game. Ornn hits the ult on no one because he completely whiffs the dash. That feels so bad. Oh man, that poor Ornn. That is depressing, man. We are not going to be able to get any tier 4s. Yeah, tier 4s. But we don't get any more kills either. Baron is up in 10 seconds, and Kai'Sa is up here now as well. I think the best thing to do for us is just to back out and try and get this Baron, because they are probably going to contest it. They cannot go for it themselves now, because if they do, they will all die. But because we will all be in pit, they do have a chance to get some ults off. Sejuani does have ult here in a moment, or might have ult, possibly. I can't tell. I don't know what his cooldown is as of right now, but it is going down fairly quickly, and we still need to be able to set up, I imagine. I really don't think they can go for it right now. They are far too behind, and with the damage Baron does, they will get smoked. They're just going to have to ward and prepare, which will most likely be immediately be dewarded. They're a bit split up right now. Corki is on his way, teleporting in. Mordekaiser, are you looking for Mordekaiser? Or Mordekaiser and Corki teleporting in. And so we're going to go in. Ignoring the Wukong clone. So we are just going to look for the pick before we go for Baron, or we're just possibly going for Inhib. It would be really smart to try and get a pick first. Preferably the Ornn, I would say, which is weird to say, but again, that team fight ult is huge for them. They need that engage because they have the Wukong. If the Nyla gets in, she can follow up. I can chain the CC into Sejuani. The R can charm someone guaranteed afterwards if she does it properly. It is really smart. But it looks like the space they created pushing them back is enough. I now have Baron buff, a TP in from the Ornn, who is immediately going to ult. However, he's going to die almost before I can use it, but he does get it off. That looks like he only has one. They did kill the Corki along the back lines. But however, everyone else is dying miserably. This poor Ahri is stuck running away from every single team fight at the end. Does not do any damage to really contribute, so he's just dancing around. Poor little fox. I really want to see how much damage that did. I was like, it's probably gonna one-shot her. Oh. Yeah, the Kai'Sa's doing pretty well for herself right now. Absolutely smoking. What's the Kai'Sa's final score? Did she die? No, she died twice. Okay. Even still. Kayn only died twice early. The only once, and the Kai'Sa twice. We pretty much smoked him after that early game. Which, quite interesting there. Look at the damage chart real quick. Oh, I guess we're not going to look at the damage chart. Okay. So as we can see, we have red circles and blue circles. We're going to assume we did more damage than them considering we won. And we're going to assume that the Mordekaiser and the Kai'Sa did a lot of damage, is what I'm going to say. Beyond that, just imagine. Oh, we do have the damage right there on the chart, so you do have the normal damage, but we couldn't use that. Whatever. Okay.
Alright, send the break.
Send a break. How long?
I don't know.
Alright, we're going to break for an unknown period of time. We will be back momentarily.
it's making me realize everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, you and I. Everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, you and I. You wanna know my feelings every time I look in your eyes. Baby, I can feel your energy, it's making me realize everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, you and I. Everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, you and I.
Hello, we are back. This is game 2 of ONU JV team versus Trine. If any of those unaware, our picks and bans are done in a separate program beforehand, which is why we go through these so quickly and why we already kind of know somewhat what they're picking. But beyond that, I don't really have much to say, I'll be honest. Because it's just pick bans, and it's much more interesting when you have interesting picks, which there are some, but I try and wait until we see them to talk about them. But in general, some similar picks. There's another Wukong, the same similar-ish bans. The Karma, the Trundle, the Yone was banned last time. Was Vi banned last time? I think so. All right, and I can't remember. I think Vi was banned last time. Blitzcrank wasn't, I don't believe. So there are some slightly different bans. So we've got a Shen for that is alright. We are blue, right? Yes, we are blue. Okay, so Shen for us. And they picked the Mordekaiser this time into the Shen, which I don't know that matchup, but I'm assuming it's neutral because that's just how it goes. The Poppy is somewhat interesting because it's probably a support, which is not terribly uncommon, but it is more like an off-meta-ish pick in general. So they do like these weird supports, which I find interesting. The Sejuani and the Poppy. I like these more aggressive supports. Pretty sure Nautilus. We did ban Nautilus last time, so it's probably just a tank player in general. Or not a ban. So it's not a support Poppy. Is it jungle maybe then? Well, we could go for jungle Mordekaiser. Or they could. That would be interesting. Orianna ban. That was banned last time. The Annie pick is rather interesting for this level of play. She is very, very squishy. And I'm pretty sure she'll get smoked by Mordekaiser if she gets ulted. If she does not have a stun ready. They did pick a Caitlyn, which I find interesting. She's not the greatest of ADCs right now. I don't know how MF is doing, but she's always pretty good. She's never really terrible. Just because of how much pure damage she has. And if you have good movement, then you become really hard to kill. Now for the last pick, I can't remember if we picked Seraphine or if they did, but we have a Seraphine pick, which is interesting. I really haven't seen a Seraphine in a while, so I have no clue how she does. And then they pick an Alistar. So their jungle is indeed either the Poppy or the Mordekaiser. Yeah. So it is in order. So the Poppy is jungle. Poppy's broken. Wait, they only have a 60-minute timer? Oh, whatever. Well, so we do have several different picks, which is nice. We don't have the similar comps going on. A little more interesting things to talk about. They picked the Mordekaiser this time, which is kind of expected considering we played it last time. So sometimes when you play something and then they don't know what to do to play against it, if they get ahead, they will pick it to try and mimic that of sorts. I think we should know how to play into it. I'm imagining this is fairly expected. The Wukong pick again. We took the Wukong this time. Wukong is really good right now. I believe he recently got nerfed, but he's still pretty decent. His mobility is really nice. His ability to jump over walls. He has decent CC and team fight with his ultimate. The Annie is also really good team fight if you have your stun prepared, which you should if you're an Annie ready for a team fight. She also has really, really high damage at close range, so she should be able to blow up the Caitlyn or Victor if they get too close. Other than that, not many good nuke targets for her. Misfortune's high damage. Seraphine's just good team fight with her ultimate and area buffs. Alistar's lots of CC. So if they do get a good dive on the, let's say, the Annie and Misfortune or the Misfortune Seraphine, they could quite easily win these team fights, I think. But the Shen does have lots of save potential with the taunt and the block, because Caitlyn is all right clicks. So if you do manage to land a good circle, which blocks all auto attacks, then she really cannot do too much, which might be enough time to save them, to peel or just kill the Caitlyn. Because once Alistar has his initial combo out of the way, then I think it's a really long cooldown for the combo, so it's like 17 seconds or something crazy. So you're pretty much just the initiation. And while you do have something with the stomp, it really isn't that much. It's only single target. And the ultimate, of course, is just damage reduction for him, so it's not really too effective. He's mostly just his dash and area knock-up. Victor does do good team fight damage once you get going, which doesn't take very long for Victor. You can do some very good damage early to mid-game once you get your Hex Tech core upgraded. This team fight ult is also pretty nice if you can manage to land the Alistar combo, because that will not be blocked by the Shen. The Poppy is... I don't really know how well she does in team fights, but I'm going to assume decent. And then Mordekaiser can just pick a target and kill him, theoretically. Alright, go on break for a couple minutes here probably. So I'll be back in a bit.
I know that you're mine, but I wish we could pause and press rewind. When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. Might run out of time, so why can't we just pause and press rewind? When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. I know that you're mine. I know that you're I know that you're hoping for a redo. I know that you're mine, but I wish we could pause and press rewind. When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. Might run out of time, so why can't we just pause and press rewind? When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. I know that you're
We are back to game 2 of Trine versus ONU. ONU is on the blue side, and Trine is on the red side. So let's see if we go for any interesting invades or plays early game. It looks like they're not going to group up and do something weird this time, which I think is rather unfortunate, because I do think their antics last game were rather entertaining. And I would love to know why they did it, because I still don't understand that. Yeah, obviously we're just going to be normal 5-point from both sides, so we're just going to have a little standoff here, which is just great. No, there's nothing particularly interesting in terms of summoner spells or runes, except for the Predator on Annie, which I probably should... Alright, we're going to ignore that. So that's just move speed with your boots, which it's a 1 minute, it's a 120-second cooldown. But I have seen it before because you can just run in and instantly use your ult on someone, stun them, and get in a range for shotgun blast and kill them very quickly. It also allows you to escape as well in case of emergencies, I believe. I don't believe it's the move speed away from enemies or towards enemies. But if it is, that sucks. If not, that's at least some form of escape for any beyond your move speed in the shield. Doesn't really do much. Okay, Wukong is going to go start top, so that means he's going to try and play towards bot lane for the first gank, I imagine. While they are going to start bottom, so they will be trying to go for that top gank to start. Which I think is rather difficult against the Shen. So long as he plays it smart, the dash can save you from most situations. Alright, good poke from bot lane already for ONU. This, I don't know how this lane goes, but I imagine it's probably going to be a high pressure lane for us. We have lots of damage, and the Seraphine is just really good at just throwing stuff out like crazy. And the Alistar kind of needs level 2 to really get off that first initial engage. So if we can delay that or pressure until then that can buy us some time. We did get a barrier on Misfortune, so they do not have the kill potential. We have no Ignite, nor do we have an Exhaust for the slow. Whereas the Alistar did go for Ignite. Top lane looking like it's pretty even so far. Shen is doing pretty well for himself. He did go Grasp rather than Conquer, so long as he does not, and because Mordekaiser did go Conk, that means if you just try and do the poke fights rather than try and do constant fights against Mordekaiser, which you don't want to do in the first place, because if you get his aura off, then that can mean death, and with the Conqueror, he's going to do even more damage plus the healing. So you really just want to poke him once with the Grasp, and then get back out. Which is pretty much what you'd like to do as Shen anyways. You go dash in, Q, get an auto attack or 2 off, use your W, then get back out to poke. Because you can do a lot of damage if you manage to get your empowered Q and by hitting the opponent with your sword. Well, I don't know how well that will do into Mordekaiser. He is pretty safe with his shield once he gets that, and he is level 3 already. So he will most likely be a fairly chill lane so long as that gank. Shen does flash out, probably already used the dash. Poppy uses the dash stun, and they do get the first blood. So that is flash from their jungler, as well as flash from the Shen. Mordekaiser did not have to use anything. So this is probably going to cause problems for the Shen later on, if this Mordekaiser plays it smart. But Shen can still get a solo kill if he, doesn't, I don't know, if he just plays well, I guess. We are going to go for the gank mid. Instantly gets the flash from the Victor. Looks like not much is going to come out of that, except for the flash, which is really good. He doesn't have mobility beyond that and the move speed. He does have the shield, though, which can be frustrating, but at this point in the game, he really doesn't have much for survivability. Well, looks like we have the Alistar roaming, going for the Annie. Oh, he is 100% dead. Ignite, bumped into the tower. There's no way, yeah. So they are already, Trine is already 1,000 gold ahead, which is really good for them. The Alistar has been roaming, trying to get these picks. Wukong is mid, trying to soak this wave, but it might be a bit dangerous with the Alistar there. Yep, he is going to get knocked up, stunned. I'm guessing he's going to get knocked back and probably die here. So now he's going to go for the Victor. He's doing good damage, but he's probably going to die if he doesn't get a teleport in. There's the flash, it looks like. And he does get a trade. I don't know if that was really worth it. I'm going to assume no, because we did get the Alistar the assist, which is just more gold in general. So, interesting play. We do have Dragon up, and we are pressuring bot very hard. We already have one plate down, but the Poppy is coming. However, if the Seraphine does have a root ready, then they should be safe. Okay, no root, but we do have the slow. Poppy is almost dead, and they probably have to back out. Alistar does Alistar have flash? Alistar does not have flash. However, he does have Hex Flash, so he can get some surprising stuff if he plays it smart. However, it looks like he can't place a trap in the bush, so that's most likely not going to happen. He did use it, looks like. See the little jump on the mini-map. Probably got rooted. So they're probably going to be safe there so long as the Caitlyn uses the traps wisely. She also has Cleanse as well. Actually, she does not Cleanse. Look at the Caitlyn looking at the MF. Blah. I'm confused. They have the Caitlyn, we have the MF. Either way, we should still be safe. TC is getting rather low from the poke. If Caitlyn does get ult here soon, it might result in the kill if they don't body block properly, but they should be fine. I keep saying that a lot this game. That's obviously not working well. Victor is doing pretty good in this mid lane, up 2 assists. He does have 1 death, but Annie only has the death, so at least that's going for him. Now, the Annie did go for Dark Seal early, which I don't know if she bought that after she died or before. Either way, interesting at this point. Now, we are kind of waiting on ults here, I imagine, for team fights. Shen does have his ult, so we do have a good rotation. However, our bot lane is still level 4, which is not very good. And Wukong is 5 as well. So once we get that 6 on Wukong, we can try and go for a dragon or a pick. Okay, they have 3 top. They really want to kill this Shen. We're going to have 2 wrap around. Mordekaiser's going to use the realm on him. He's probably going to take around half his health and damage here, a little bit more. Yep, he gets knocked back by the Alistar. Does that save him? No, you screwed up the dash! Okay, they did waste a flash for that, though. So that was wonderful team play from that Alistar, knocking the Shen out, almost saving his life, might I add. But he missed the dash. He just went a little bit too early, which is unfortunate. Alistar going for the Annie, it looks like. Dash, knock up in. Poppy to follow up. Okay, we do have the... No, didn't have the ult. They did have the ult. Seraphine ult on the Alistar, so there's something. However, we did use the Shen ult. Okay, we do have a good engage from the Wukong. We should easily kill the Victor. Yeah. Seraphine, 2 kills so far. She's actually looking to be pretty strong this game with that. She can do a ridiculous amount of damage, considering Riot's been kind of pushing her towards an AP carry sort of role in recent patches. And her ult does have really good initiation if she can manage to hit 2. Looks like we are going for the Rifty. Mordekaiser is here. However, he does not have ult to try and go for a pick. We do not have ult either, but Seraphine is pretty good. Shen goes for the Mordekaiser. Oh, he killed the Alistar. That's good. He just looks like he's getting a little too aggressive. Is that a solo kill? Can we rewind that at all, or no? Did they just... Oh, no, he just tanked 3 tower shots, and then MF used ult on him. Good job. Alright, looks like we're probably going to get a dragon out of this, which is really good. They're playing very aggressive this early game, and it seems to try and get ahead as quick as they possibly can. But we are still keeping up in a lot of ways. If we manage to get this dragon, that's going to be really big for us. If we can get the first dragon or 2, we should be in a fairly even spot. As long as we don't keep dying, or at least keeping somewhat even in the kills. Sorry about that. Looks like we are not going to go for the dragon. Looks like they are, however. Control warding it. Poppy is coming in. She does have Smite prepared. We do see the Alistar up above the bush, so we probably know by now that they are going to try and go for this dragon. Annie is coming in from the top side using the bush. They do see 2. Wukong is with the Annie as well. If he can manage to get a two-man stun. And he does not have the stun ready. And she doesn't have Timbers either. And that's a complete whip from the Seraphine ult. The Victor ult is also going to do nothing as well. We are just doing great so far with ults this game. Knocking back the Timbers. However, they did lose a lot of health. They are most likely not going to be able to contest this dragon. So if we go for it, we should be able to get it. But we might play aggressive and try and get some of these picks. Mordekaiser is not... Okay, we are going to go for these picks. Do not manage to kill the Poppy, but... Okay, we get the Alistar going on. 2-man knockup. Victor with the follow-up. Wow, what a knockback. However, Wukong is also very strong and managed to get a double kill. And Seraphine is likely going to get this kill on the Caitlyn. Oh! She has like 2 HP right there. Okay, never mind. And we do manage to kill the Alistar. We have a lot of damage, goodness. Oh, that's why. I thought the Alistar hit it, and it was just for some reason just way further than normal. And that was the Poppy ult hitting the clone. Oh, that's unfortunate for them. So this is definitely going to be a Drake for us, which is really good, especially after winning a fight. So what once was about a 1k loss is now a little more 1k ahead. So their early game aggressive strategy has not done the greatest as of right now. The Alistar has some really good picks early game, however he has had 3 consecutive deaths without contributing too much. He did have the 2-minute knockup previously, but it was not enough. Not enough damage to follow up. And unfortunately, they wasted knockup on the Wukong. Otherwise, they probably could have killed the Annie. But she survived that team fight. And now we have 300 gold bounties on the Wukong and the Seraphine. And Seraphine already has Moonstone. So it will be rather difficult to kill pretty much anyone she sticks with. So long as they don't have... I mean, they depends on how much follow-up they have. Alistar going for the invade. He's level 5 against a level 8 Wukong. I don't think that's the smartest thing you can do. Especially considering Wukong has the Armor Crush and the Divine Sunder. So probably not the smartest thing. However, he's gonna back out. Poppy looks like to be playing towards the bot lane. Possibly going for a gank. But we do have Wukong here as well. And Annie is... possibly rotating. No, they're just gonna scare them off. So let's go back to normal laning here for a bit. Top lane is pretty much just farming as of right now. No kills. Not particularly risking anything. White Karja does have the 2-kill lead, however, he kind of needs a little bit more, I think. He's doing good CS. Like the Shen already has Frostfire Grasp, but Morty does not have the Rift Maker, I believe. Yeah, Rift Maker. Okay, he does have it now. He also has boots, and it looks like a cape. So he does have his mythic item now, but the Shen does have Frostfire, so he should be fairly safe. But Mordekaiser can team fight now with the increased damage, lifesteal, and damage scaling throughout team fights. Victor did get his Ludens, so he does good damage now. Annie going for the Everfrost, which I think is really smart here. If you can stun Everfrost, you can have Seraphine to continue that, and then have the MF ult just wreck everything. And then the Wukong, of course, does lots of damage with his ult, and does have CC included in that as well. Poppy may be going for an invade here, or just playing towards mid, it looks like. Possibly going for this Annie. Annie does have Everfrost, though, so I think she should be fine. Okay, we got another Divine Sunder on the Poppy. Interesting. So they're definitely going more damage, which makes sense. They do not need 2 low damage tanks with the Alistar and the Poppy. At the same time, I don't think Sunder really works on Poppy. Her cooldowns are rather long. I guess her Q does has a low cooldown, but it's also not a very good ability. Ooh, nice root. That was blind too.
No, it was
Oh, there was a word. Okay.
Sunder into Deadman's has a 5%.
Okay, so apparently Poppy Sunder into Deadman's has a really high win rate, 56%. So apparently that's the build for Jungle Poppy. Sorry, I am dying in here. Okay, so if she does get the Deadman's, apparently that is really, really good. As to why, I do not know. I know Deadman's is good on Poppy, but I don't know why the Sunder in particular. Probably good damage. Okay, Wukong does go in, get a 2-man knockup, triple charm from the Seraphine, and he is going to get damage in the backline from Victor. Shen is dying, but he's probably doing some damage with the burn. Not enough, though. Tibbers is going back in. Gonna get peeled. So, they got Rifty, I'm pretty sure. Yes, they got Rifty, and we lost Shen. Lots of ults used from us, though, too. Okay, they did use the Poppy ult and the Victor. And, I guess, and the Alistar, but that doesn't really matter too much. If you can survive to get 2 combos off, then you probably already won a team fight as Alistar. Okay. and Caitlyn just farming. Having a great time here. Yep. Pew pew. Oh, Drake's up. Nice. Okay, something will happen. Alrighty. They have a ward on Drake, but we have a ward in Bush. Pixel. I think it's Pixel Bush. I don't remember the name of Bush just exactly. They are the Poppy and the Mordekaiser are going top for the Shen. Would possibly. Okay, yeah, they're gonna see the Rift Herald. Shen is just gonna back out. Looks like Wukong does go for the Drake in response to this immediately. Well, they did get the first tower, but Shen's probably going to be able to kill it before he gets a second charge. He does have ult, so he can ult in, which is good. Mordekaiser does not have teleport, so this is a pretty good advantage so long as Shen doesn't get CC'd out of the teleport. Wukong gets a double stun, MF gets a ult on 1, triple charm from the Seraphine. Oh, we get the Poppy ult on 2, so she is going to survive. However, the Shen coming in looks like it's going to be decent enough follow-up to kill 1. Can he kill a Poppy? No, and Shen might be playing a little bit too aggressive against... yeah, I wouldn't go into the Caitlyn. Not the smartest move. However, that should mean a Drake for us, and we are going to get their blue buff on the MF, which is something. Okay. I think they've awarded a little bit too much. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wards just in this little area right here. I guess there's a little bit a lot of panic warding, I guess. Miscommunication, I don't know. But that's free gold for us, so let's go. Yeah. That does happen though. Sometimes you just have a control ward there. You're just like, we need to see, so you just slam down a ward, and then it disappears after a second. You gotta place another one, and then another one, and you just like, oh well, at least we know what's going on for 3 seconds. Okay, we do have the 2 Drakes, which is really good, but we are also okay. Actually, no, we're even about. Oh, we are 1K ahead, but that's not that big of a deal just yet. It also depends on where the gold is at. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of our gold. Yeah, they have a lot of their gold on Mordekaiser. And Mordekaiser has not had too much of an impact on these fights. So their gold is not as useful, whereas ours is a little bit more spread across our team. So long as we kill the primary target who has most gold, and all that gold is basically essentially 0. It's gone. It's useless. While if it's spread across ours, then at least it's doing something for everyone. So it is more beneficial to have it across several people than on a single target, especially when you have easy pickoffs. We don't have super easy pickoffs, but we do have definitely good potential with the anti-stun, Wukong. Shen can sort of help. The taunt really isn't that long of a duration, but if you have follow-up, it can do something. You really need the Annie or like the Seraphine to really do something. And Wukong can ult, but you probably don't want to ult on a single person. That is your primary target, so you probably would be worth it. Baron up in 30 seconds. I don't think either team will want to go for this just yet. We did have decent right click damage with the MF. Seraphine is going for the support build, so she does not have too much AP to right click. Annie did not go for a more damage focused item either. Did not go for the I can't remember the name of it for some reason. Leandries. Or Wukong did go for the Divine Center. So they have decent-ish damage, but nothing too fantastic. You don't have 2 right clickers that can really burn him down. They don't have too much either, though. They just have the Caitlyn, and she's not doing fantastic. She's just got the Gale Force and boots. Looks like we're just going to be pressuring their towers down right now. Playing a little bit too scared. Mordekaiser does look like he's rotating towards mid, possibly. Or is he just warding? No, he's just going to drop a ward towards our blue buff and then head his way. No, or not. You just wasting time here, buddy?
He's going on a walk.
Yeah, he's just waiting around, chilling, waiting for the wave to come to him so he doesn't die. Other than that, pretty much just farming. Are they really gonna go for Baron? No way. No, they're just gonna scout it out. Yeah, that's... Okay, they do see the control ward. However, this is not a good position for ONU to be in. They're completely surrounded. They just don't know it yet. Okay, so did the Death Room go? Okay, so the Seraphine has the peel ult against the Mordekaiser. He did use his ult on her. She should be fine so long as he manages to dodge the grasp. If he has help, but he does not. Yeah, but no one was there to help her, so she just kind of died immediately afterwards. Okay, we do kill the Mordekaiser, so that's very good for us. It's 300 gold bounty and all their gold, pretty much. But we are getting poked down by their damage. Tibbers is doing a lot to help peel. No, we do not. We do have Wukong ult, so if we manage to get one, there we go. Flash out from the Victor, though. Just have one more. Hits the Poppy. Okay, Hourglass, which is just a waste there. And we get a snipe from Alistair in the back. So we just managed to take out the Mordekaiser and then clean up the rest after being poked down. We are fairly low on health, so we will definitely not be able to go for the Baron. Dragon is open 30 seconds. I think that's a bit of a higher priority target as of right now. We have 2 Drakes while they have 0. Getting that soul will be very helpful. If we also get the buff, you could guarantee that they will not try and go for that if you do go for Baron. Because you really should not be splitting Baron at this point, even though you are ahead. Having a, let's say, 3 at Baron and 2 at Dragon is not good. If you have 5 at Baron or Dragon, then you're just going to lose 2 or 3 and a big objective. Mostly the Baron. If they get the Baron, that could be very bad. Because they have not lost 2 of their tier 1s. So that could be a pretty big stimulus for the Trine team. Yeah, they got the stim package. The economy's in shambles, give them money. Okay, so we do get a pretty safe Dragon. No trade-offs whatsoever. They were all respawning. Now, the real question is, are we going to try and set up for this Baron, or are we going to try and push towers? Yeah, I don't think the Alistar can when we won this Baron, though.
He can think, yo.
Yeah, he can try.
He can believe.
He does, like, negative damage. I'm pretty sure the right clicks heal. Yeah, he hits the Shen, he actually does more health regen that time than you do the damage through the right click. That's honestly probably true. Unfortunately, after that initial really strong early game for the Alistar, he has not done too much whatsoever. Because I think he was like 2-0-3 or something, or 2-0-2, and then he's completely fallen off. He's had like 3 deaths in a row, and then has been doing pretty much nothing this game. Yeah, so unfortunately, those 3 deaths really kind of killed his momentum there. So now he's just kind of stuck being just a body for them to run into. And he's just not tanky enough to actually delay and peel. He does manage to catch out the Wukong, but he can dash out. He did use ult to not die, so that means he's going to be very squishy if they team fight over the next 80 or so seconds. Which is good because Baron is up, and it looks like they are somewhat preparing for it. If they can pick up this Mordekaiser, that would be huge, but he's going to teleport out, it looks like. Okay, but he does get taunted. That's huge. That's teleport gone. He did pop ult on the Shen, but the Annie is nearby, and she has the Everfrost and the stun. Yeah, he doubled. I think he's... Okay, there it is. There. Yeah, he's dead. So that's huge. Yep, and immediately aggression is going to go for, or Wukong is going to go for the Baron. It's like they do not have much without their Mordekaiser. However, they are going to go for their 2-2 mid. I don't think it's really worth it, though. If they could get something out of this Baron, a kill, it would be good for them. But actually, they really can't contest, can they? Tibbers is still up, and although they are low, the Seraphine would probably just shield them through any major damage. So at least they get the tier 2 out of that. But we have Baron now, and Drake's up for another 2 minutes 30 seconds. So it looks like we're going to have Wukong and Seraphine just push bot, probably take this tier 1, maybe tier 2 if they do not have a rotation here soon. We're going to have Annie come bot to try and counteract this push, and then MF go mid. So let's see, we're just going to utilize this Baron buff as much as possible in each lane and split push. Sorry about that. Okay, Shen has come to help defend the bottom lane. Doesn't have a creep wave to help push though. Mordekaiser did go mid. And there goes the tier 2 mid for them. Can we get the tier 2 top, though, or are we going to try and push or go for an inhib? Looks like we're grouping up for an inhib. Probably top, it looks like. If they can get a pick on the Victor. Or the Poppy, even. Okay, the Victor just flashed out very early, so he does not have flash for this next team fight. So if he gets caught out, he is donezo. He also isn't doing the greatest right now, either. Also falling off, similar to the Alistar. Having an early game power spike, but not really following up with it. Ooh-wee. Pawn count must be high today. Shen is playing rather aggressive. He might get killed here if he doesn't get out now. Looks like not in range for the dash from Poppy, though, so he will be fine. Okay, we do have Dragon up in a minute. Looks like we're going to try and set up for that now. Yeah, we have 3 mid, MF playing behind. Both teams pinging out the Dragon, so they are trying to prepare for this. How long does Barrel Buff have left? Does it have a... Yeah. Like, how much does it have left, though, right now? Did no one... Okay. Well, look, you just look at the... Like, you see the biome left, it's on Shen, it's about a quarter duration. So it's 2 minutes, then it's 30 seconds left. So they can still have this really strong team fight for right now. Looks like they're going to try and go for this tier 2. If they can get a pick with it, that would be really good. Pretty much guarantee that soul. And the soul is Mountain, which I'd say is really good, considering they have 3 squishies, which could be nuked, but would be very difficult. Good blast cone there. Now they are going through the jungle, which I don't think is the smartest play against a Seraphine, as well as an MF. This does not seem like a very intelligent move. If Seraphine hits a single person, it's probably going to catch at least 2 more here. Oh, they are getting out of the jungle, though. That's unfortunate. Okay, so they are playing it safe. Oh, she does not have ult. Okay. Air Seraphine does not have ult. That is unfortunate. Wukong does. Gets a 3-man knock-up. Stun on 2. MF follow-up, doing good damage. Poppy is out of the fight. Alistar is dead. Wukong using the second ult. Getting the Caitlyn. She is just very squishy, not doing enough to survive. The poor Mordekaiser is just too far behind again now that he's been killed so many times. He is dead. Now, they are just going to go for a mid, it looks like. They're not even going to bother with Dragon. Using this time to push, because they'll probably have a guaranteed Dragon afterwards. Looks like I'm just going to go for game here. Maybe? No? Okay. Nope, they're just going to go for Drake. Probably Drake back. I got a lot of gold from all that. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of unspent gold. I wish you could see that, but I don't know if we can or not. We can? Okay. Okay, that's right. It's the number on the left. Yeah, so Shen has 2K. Yeah. Everyone has at least 1,000 amounts, which is just a lot. They are going to try and contest this. This does not seem like a smart idea, considering they have ults now, and they have no damage. Mordekaiser is not there. Yeah, they're just going to get crushed. They're too split apart. No front line. No damage. Too squishy, too far behind. They did just get sold too. Yeah, they're dead now. They've got, 30 seconds left on Caitlyn, 40 seconds left on the Mordekaiser. They're dead. They can kill someone as soon as they pop out at this point. They still have plenty of damage. And he has Tibbers. MF almost has ult, so she can clear the wave almost instantly if she wants to. And they have a ridiculous amount of right-click damage now that MF's good. Yeah. Wukong also has pretty strong right-clicks. And that is going to be a very clean game, I would say, from ONU after that initial burst. Very similar for both games, as we had an interesting start with Trine, trying to snowball very early on, but it doesn't really seem to work out after the laning stage. They just kind of seem to fall apart. Their advantage that they earned is not really put to use. They're not moving further into the game. They try, like the Alistar, once he get those first 2 initial kills, he continued to try and get these crazy kills playing deep. But at that point, they saw it coming, and they were able to kill him, like I said, 3 times in a row. And he's just not helpful whatsoever now for the next 15 minutes of the game. And he's just a meat wall, which is not very good against so much damage. As MF is just pure damage, pretty much. Annie is some utility with the stun, but for the most part, pure damage. Like, everyone on the team hits hard. Even Seraphine hit hard because she got those 2 early kills. The only one who didn't do too crazy was Shen, but even still, he can do pretty good damage against the Mordekaiser and the Poppy with the right clicks. And Alistar, actually. Probably did good damage. Yeah, 9k. Not terrible. Yeah, they definitely needed more damage that game. 22 on the MF, only 14 on their most, which is Mordekaiser. So if they just shut him down. Victor did decent, but fell off. The Poppy Alistar I don't think worked out very well, though.
All good?
Yep.
Send them off.
Alright, that will be all for tonight. Have a wonderful evening, and see you later. Later.
You and me.